for her to see that university wasn't that bad. Because it wasn't, really, was it? A few hours later, she stepped off the train onto a small platform under an overcast sky. Ash, her brother-in-law, would be waiting to pick her up so they could drive down to Wyvernage. Sisters WhatsApp group. May. Yo, fam, where's the bro-in-law at? May waited for a response, but after a few minutes, when she saw no one was typing, she called her mum and dad's house phone. It rang 12 times before her harassed-sounding mum picked up. Ham! She exclaimed. Whoa, Madre, easy on the eardrums. Oh, May, what is it? Just waiting here at the station. There was a pause. What station? Her mum asked. Waterloo? What? Sewell Station, obvs. Where else? Where's Ash? Another pause. Oh my God! Fatima! May pulled the phone away from her ear. Fatih, where is your husband? Exclaimed her mum. He was meant to pick up May at the station. What? Today? Came Fatima's faint but recognizable voice. Yes, today. She is waiting now. Okay, May, he's coming. He must have forgotten. Adam has been crying so much, ya Allah. Teething. Fatih and Ash are both walking around like those zombies. He's on his way, so wait there. Have to go, the fish is burning. Before May could say anything else, her mum had put the phone down. May looked at her mobile screen as flecks of rain spattered on it. She would have to take shelter. You look wrecked, said May when Ash pulled up outside the station. Good to see you too, May. She got into the car and punched his arm as she laughed, trying to shift her unreasonable feelings of being abandoned. Always a pleasure, isn't it? Ash looked at her properly and seemed taken aback. Yeah, always, he replied, turning away and pulling out of the station. Sorry about the mix-up. Nos was. It happens. Hear the little monkeys giving you guys grief. That's all it took for Ash to then give May a blow-by-blow account of Adam's sleeping patterns, feeding habits, Ash's lack of sleep, Fatty's lack of sleep, Fatty's intermittent crying, Ash's intermittent crying, Adam's not-so-intermittent crying. Bloody hell, replied May. Lots of crying. Ash just grunted, then spent the rest of the journey in silence. It wasn't a fortuitous start to May's break, but she was an optimist. By the time they were outside her parents' house, she had plastered on a smile as she waited for someone to answer the door. Ah, my darling bud of May has arrived, exclaimed her dad, pulling her into a hug. She took in the familiar smell of incense and spices and hugged him back so tightly she felt tears surface her eyes. How are you? He said, looking down at her with such affection May thought she might burst into tears. All the feeling she'd kept buried, telling herself that everything was okay, that she was okay, brimmed to the surface now that she realized that all she wanted to do was cry into her dad's arms. He drew back from May and looked her up and down, his face going from proud to perplexed. He said, squeezing both her arms. You're eating well? What? She said. But she was interrupted by the noise of a baby's cry piercing the reunion. Ash cleared his throat as May moved out of the way to see him dump her bag in the passage and run up the stairs. Fatty stayed here last night so your mum could help her and Ash could get some sleep. But he felt so bad that he came over late and stayed awake with Fatty. He's a very good man. Replied May. She entered their living room and it seemed weirdly empty. Perhaps she'd been at university too long.